safe, even sitting in first right now. Technically, Andre could still be bumped completely off of the podium, and it's not impossible. There's so much talent left in these 4 guys left to go, including this guy. I mean,
yeah, Colby, one of those former gold medalists in this event. He got it 2 years ago.
Oh, and again, a bobble up top. I mean, maybe just the rails warming up today. The sun is out and the snow is starting to loosen up, get a little slushier, a little more slow and sticky perhaps, and just everybody seems to be struggling to maintain and get that perfect speed. 1260 there, that double flat spin is so cool. Switch 1440 is amazing. And here, the big switch 16.
As we mentioned, he got that gold medal in 2020. It was his medal spot 4 now. We still have 9 competitors left to go here. Here's another gentleman who found himself in that top 3, now finds himself in that number 5 spot. Can James Woods bounce back up?
Yeah, had such a great run, really, to get our whole day going, and had us off our feet right at first, but needs to up that level of difficulty. He's got more tricks in the bag. He's been known to do a bunch of different triple corks. He's got an X Games gold medal in big air. And here, starting the jumps off, the switch 1260. Let's see what he's got on the rest of the jumps.
You know, that feature we saw in him earlier that you mentioned, that's another one of those, like, I can't believe those things are all shot on iPhones.
Yeah, I mean, so cool, so well done. Oh, Woodsy, I think he wanted a little bit more out of that final rotation, maybe even the switch triple. It's a good run, but don't know if that's going to be enough to crack up into that podium. This night's events, all the skiing and snowboarding I'm losing my mind watching some of the insane action we've been watching all weekend.
Well, we have more insane action still to come here on the Jeep Slopestyle course. We go back up to the top of the order and bring back in Sebastian Sherva.
Had an improvement on the last run, but the rail wasn't quite the same as that. That's that 360 switch up, pretzel out. And when I say pretzel, I'm describing the way he spins. When you spin on and off the same way, we would say continuing. You would just say 270, 270. You would name the rotation, but when you stop the rotation and come back, that's a pretzel. There's that switch 16. So not as clean as that previous run. The rails were better, but the jumps not quite as good. But there's the big rotation to finish things off. So the second jump was maybe not quite as clean as we saw in the previous run, but then he goes absolutely bananas with that huge double bio on the final jump. Locks will
get another round of runs, and if that happens, I mean, even if you're down, you are still not out in this competition. As we welcome in Mac Forehand for run number 3.
Yeah, keep an eye on that clock. I'm watching it closely. Right now, looks like we'll get 3, maybe potentially a 4th run, which would be amazing to see another run out of all these athletes, another chance to go for absolutely broke in all the technicality we could get. I mean, Mac Forehand just so smooth. 1620 up off that first jump, which is the smallest of these 3 big jumps. 1260 there, holding that grab. Final jump, look for that right side 1620 again. Oh, the landing. Mac Forehand comes in with an absolute afterbang. Right side, double cork 1620.
See the reaction from the crowd, and you can hear it from him where he says, let's go. And again, I mean, you can imagine what he's feeling after that bigger performance last night.
I mean, talk about no jitters for this X Games rookie as he comes out into this bottom jump. The crowd's watching. Silver medal last night. Look at this landing. I mean, never left the ground.
Aspen 2020 and bronze from last year in this event, but not going to be enough here in 2022. Here comes Alex Hall, who currently finds himself in that number 9 position.
Yeah, Alex, I mean, you can't count him out. I can't tell you how many events I've watched and called where there's 1 run left, 1 more chance, and he's able to throw it all down, clean through those rails with a really technical pretzel 450 out of that bottom one. It's this second jump that he's been having trouble. He's trying to do that double cork 900 with the signature pullback back to switch. He gets it. Could we see a huge 1800 or something massive on the bottom? He does that 1800 out. Alex Hall on the fourth and final run.
I mean, you want to talk about a pressure situation and delivering with only one skier left to go after him right there. Alex Hall has delivered here on the Jeep Slopestyle course.
I mean, coming off of a gold medal last night, this is that signature grab, the Buick, Japan, tail reaching across. Let's go of it a bit early, but it's such a big rotation, comes all the way around. I mean, gets the landing. The judges love that grab too. He's the only athlete here in the...
Only his second X Games appearance. So again, ignore that time clock. Once that runs out, we do finish out the run order. So everyone's going to get the same amount of runs here. See if Max Moffitt is able to give himself a little bit of breathing room here in run 4.
I mean, nailing that trick every single run, just so cool. Diving forward, there's not a lot of air time there, so to be able to do that hand plant where he puts his hand on the rail and then get it all the way around is just incredible. I mean, the whole rail line is so good, which is, I think, why he's got such a high score, because these jumps are good, but we're seeing triple corks and 16s from some of the other athletes, so to keep up with that, he's got the technical rail. Look at this follow cam action in the air with him over this massive jump combination, diving forward. Wow. Perfect landing for Max Moffitt on the double bio 1620. He's rolling on the ground in excitement.
He can't even believe it right now. What a reaction out of Max Moffitt.
I mean, look at this up top, dives forward, puts the hand down, the poles bang on that. You hear the noise of it. The landing so clean, such smooth style from Max. Here's that 1440, so again, left and right side rotations, a 14 and a right side 16. Judges need to see you spinning both directions down this course, and he does it with some major rotations. Does he get the grab? He does. The landing, big, clean. I mean, sitting in third, is that enough to bump up? How does that compare?
Last night in big air, and that first run here on the Jeep Slopestyle course currently finds him in the number 7 spot.
Yeah, those rankings are probably going to change a lot. I feel like we've seen a lot of bobbles on the top rail sections, and once all these guys put together a solid full run, it is going to be so hard to differentiate those top 3 to 6 spots. Andre there getting through the rails clean with a nice switch up on that final one. Switch, double 1260, diving forward, that double Misty. That one was to the right, spinning to the left on that one, and look for another big switch, left side rotation on this final jump. Wrapping it up, stomping the switch, double 16. So one of the only guys out here doing 2 different bio rotations. He's diving forward, bio, Misty, whatever you want to call it, diving forward on the first jump and on that final third jump. Really technical up top too. I mean, that was a full run. This has definitely got a challenge for those top spots, especially with that grab. Take a look in slow. You can really tell all the way out on the tail. Judges want to see you getting right out to the top, and then here, wraps it up, gets the safety. I mean, no hands down, grabs were locked, rails